Hi, I'm Mike Bloom with the Studio for Teaching and Learning Innovation. One of the questions I get asked a lot is how do faculty members provide opportunities for students to share large files like video files, audio files, other things that they don't necessarily want to post to Blackboard. I've come up with a strategy for faculty members to create Google Drive folders where they can give students very particular permissions to make sharing files really easy and seamless. And I'd like to show you that in this latest tutorial. So first thing that you're going to want to do if you're at the William & Mary website is you can actually go right to the site by going to gsuite.wm.edu. And that's going to bring you to the Central Authentication Service login, and you just log in with your William & Mary username and password. And it'll ask you to authenticate, and in which case I just click Call Me. And once you've authenticated, it'll take you to your Google Drive. By the way, if it doesn't take you to Google Drive immediately, you can just go to drive.google.com once you're logged in. And you'll notice that you're logged into the right account if you see your W&M William & Mary account here at the top right. So make sure you check for that as well. If you're not logged into a William & Mary account, if you're logged into some other account, you'll need to click on that and you'll need to add another account, or you'll need to sign out and sign back in with your William & Mary account. So just make sure you do that. So now let's get started. I'll click on New and Folder. And let's say that I'm creating a folder for my Russian 101 class. And I'll hit Create. So now that folder's been created, and I can now set the permissions for it. And I'll double click on it to select the folder. And you'll notice I have my breadcrumbs up here at the top of where I am. So I'm in my drive, and then I'm in my Russian 101 folder. So there are lots of different ways to share with your students and to have your students upload to your website, to your Google Drive site. I'm going to show you the most safe way for students to be able to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to make this Russian 101 folder, or whatever the folder is for your course, you're going to make that folder available to anyone at William & Mary with the link so everyone can see what's inside that folder, but then you'll have individual folders for individual students that'll be created inside there. So let me show you how to do that. And I'll first go to, if you notice I have a drop-down arrow here by the Russian 101 folder. And I'm going to go to Share. And now what I can do is I can change link to William & Mary here, if you see Get Link. And now it says anyone at William & Mary with this link can view. Perfect. And I'll say Done. So now anyone who reaches this folder will be able to see what's inside the folder. But now what I'll do is I'll create a folder for each student. And I'll go to New, and I'll go Folder. And I'll set up a new folder for my friend Pablo. And I'll say Create. I can create another folder for my friend Kat Wargo. And I'll hit Create. And now each of them has a folder, but now I need to give them permission to that folder. So I'll click on the Catalin Wargo folder. And now you'll notice I'm in my drive, Russian 101 Catalin Wargo. And if I click my arrow down here on Catalin Wargo, now I can click Share again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add her username, kwargo@email.wm.edu, to her specific folder. And I'll make her the editor in that folder. And I'll say Send. And now she just got an email saying that she is an editor in this folder. The last thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that this folder is only available to her. So I'll click down again and I'll click Share. And now you'll notice I have to change the link from hers, from anyone at William & Mary with this link can view, and I can pull that down and I can say restricted. Only people added can open with this link. And I'll hit done. And now you'll notice Catalin Wargo and Pablo Yanez, but anyone can get into Pablo Yanez's folder right now. I'm going to have to change his, and I'll do that right now. And I'll double click on his, and I'll choose Pablo Yanez again, and I'll click on share. And now I'll change that from anyone at William & Mary with the link can view to restricted again, and I'll hit done. And now I'll share that with Pablo. Same thing. I'll click the arrow, I'll click share, and now I'll add him. And I can give him a message. And I'll have to tell Kat that it was just a test also, otherwise she's going to get that email saying that she has been, I've shared a folder with her. And I'll click send. And now when Pablo logs in to the Russian 101 folder, he will only see his folder here. He won't see Kat's folder. And when Kat logs in, she will only see her folder. She won't see his folder. And then she can go into her folder and she can upload anything that she'd like, and I have access and I can view them. So that's the really simple way to share a folder with your students using Google Drive that will allow them all to have the privacy that they need to upload their files. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that students know where this folder is. And I like to post it on Blackboard. So I'll go to the Russian 101 folder, because that's the root folder where everyone can find their actual folder inside there. And again, I'll click on the downward arrow and I'll click Get Shareable Link. And I will go ahead and, well, actually it automatically copies it to the clipboard, which I think is kind of weird, but just to be safe, I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to go to my Blackboard course for this particular site. I'll log in. And I'll go to my course that I'd like to post the link in so that students can upload. And I'll create a new content area. Why not? And I'll say File Uploads. And I'll make that available to users. And I'll say Submit. And I'll scroll down to the bottom, and there's that File Uploads folder. And I'll build content. And you know what? I'm going to make it easy. I'm just going to do a web link. And I'll say Google Drive folder, and I'll paste the URL in there. And that's it. I'll click Submit. And now when students click on it, it will take them right to that folder. Now the nice thing is if they're not logged in, they won't see anything, but it'll ask them to log in, and they'll just need to make sure that they're logged in with their William & Mary account. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have any questions, we're always here to answer any questions you may have.